So hi guys, I've managed to get the polytunnel back up here and it's straightened out okay apart from that back bit. So this is the pole that has completely snapped. From the back up here. So I'm going to have to do something there to try and sort it out. I've also found some posts here. I think they're meant to be for dahlias, like stakes, and I'm going to put them in the corners and then cable tie it, hopefully just to support it a bit more. Let me just show you. So I had the 4 guide ropes in every corner, held down by pegs. I also bought these pegs because I use them for the trampoline. And look, it's just ripped it straight out the ground. That was all way buried up there, gone. And then I bought these extra U-pins, pegs as well, that I put in at an angle, but just ripped them straight out as well. So anyway, hopefully I should be able to repair it, and then once I do that I'll be back and I'll let you know what I've done, and I'll also show you what I've done, hopefully. Okay, so this is it so far, looking a lot straighter. It will be a little bit wonky because the poles have just been bent, but no more poles have snapped. And what I've done is I've put these stakes in and hammered them into the floor, and then just got these cable ties and secured it. I'll cut these off. I'll just fold them in like that. So I only had 3 poles. So this is a metal pole, and the end of it there was a hoe and it's broken and snapped, so I've used that because I'm not going to the shop and that's all I had. Just decided to use stuff that I've got around the house. That's my greenhouse, my little, the plastic greenhouse shells. This pole here is an old broom handle, really solid, so I used that. And then in that corner up there I used another stake. I'm going to have to saw the top of it off, otherwise I won't be able to get the cover back on. But yeah, my next job now is to sort that out. And so those poles have snapped, and my plan is to get a little bit of blue plastic piping or a hose pipe or something fat enough to fit the pole in, and I'm going to make an arch, and then I'll get the pole at the top and cable tie it to that one, the arch then. But I'm really chuffed with it, it's looking good. I'm going to put the pegs back in now and put the stones back around it all the way. It's still, look, it's a little bit bent, so I can't get completely straight, but it's a million times better than what it was, and I don't have to buy a new one. Yeah, so I'm gonna put the pegs in now, and as soon as the tape comes off eBay, and hopefully I'm gonna tape the cover back together, see how much damage is on that. Hi guys, so I'm back again. The rain stopped play the other day and I needed to kind of work out what I could use to fix the arch bar that's snapped. So this is the bar that's completely snapped in half. So what I've done is I've hammered the end of it like so so I can fit it in the bit, slot it into the bit that it's snapped off from. See me? I still needed something to connect it together, so I've had to have a think. Then I had an idea and I remembered I've got some of this left over from when I inserted the water butt, and this is the pipe that goes into the water butt, and this was left over. I did think about blue water pipe, but it just wasn't thick enough, and the pipe wouldn't fit it, so hopefully this will do now, so I'm gonna give this a go. Okay, that's worked absolutely amazing. So I slotted the two poles back in together, and then I've just put the hose pipe on it, and then that's the top bar there, and I'm gonna put some clips on there now to hopefully hold it in place. Okay, so there's the hole where the bolts are meant to go through. So I've just put that in, and that's made it really, I've just threaded them both through there and pulled them tight. I'll probably chop this bit off. And that's made it really, really secure. So considering it was flat as a pancake after that wind, and I thought I would have had to bin it, I'm really chuffed with how it's come. Now obviously you can tell it's still a little bit wonky, and definitely if I come here you can see how bent that side is. Now what I might have to do is put an extra pole in there and try and bring it out, but I don't want to snap it, so I'm quite happy with it like that. It's not perfect, but at least I don't have to buy another one, and I haven't spent any money or any extra money on stuff to fix this so far. The posts I already had, the stakes, I've just used stuff that I had around the house. The next big job will be the cover. I have spent money on that. I bought some tape for £6 off eBay. I'm hoping it'll work. I bought it straight away, so it's taking over a week to come now. So I'm hoping it'll be here soon, because I just think there's no point starting to plant stuff just yet, because no my luck next we'll probably have a frost or something. This is the progress so far, and I'm really chuffed with it, really chuffed. Hi guys, so really chuffed. The tape for the polytunnel has finally turned up. I haven't even tried to open it yet because it just looks like a big roll of sellotape, and I'm hoping I haven't paid £6 for a roll of sellotape. So I'm going to try and put the poly cover on now and assess what damage there is. I know one side is completely ripped, but there's a couple of guide ropes come out, so I'm thinking obviously they're ripped as well. So I'll put the cover back on now, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the cover's on at the moment, as good as I'm going to get it, just because of this massive rip here. This is the major one all the way down the seam. So that's my main priority. There's a couple of other ones. So there's this one here, where I think the guide rope's been ripped out of and the pole's gone through. And there's another one round the other side. But it's not too bad. Sort that back end out. I need now I was hoping I wouldn't have to cut these off, but I can't hammer them in anymore. They won't go down any further, so I'm going to have to saw just the top of these off now, so the cover will fit back on. Okay, so obviously where the poles are twisted and everything, and me not being able to get it quite straight, it's gone a little bit wider. I'm finding it difficult now to put the cover on. So that zip is closed, but this one won't, even with me cutting the tops of the poles off. So I have an idea with this tape now that should give me an extra couple of inches, hopefully, or at least an inch, so then I'll be able to close. But what I might have to do is I might have to break the rest of that seam and then redo it all. Okay guys, so it's nearly all done now. I've just got a tiny bit to do in the bottom. So because it was so out of shape and everything, I've had to, there's about 3 inches there. But it's fine. I'll just finish that bit at the bottom. There's a couple of other ones down the back there where the guide ropes come out. I've sorted that out. Got a guide rope to go on there. So really chuffed. Really chuffed. So what I'm doing now is I've got these big brick things, stones, these big stones, and I'm going to go all the way around the edge of the cover and put them down. I put some inside for the back. Whew, gosh, it's so warm today, it's lovely. So I've been putting bricks on the inside as well, keep it there. There's a bit of damage here, put some tape there. But apart from that, this side is absolutely fine. No damage whatsoever. It seems this side has got all the damage. And that's holding up really well. Oh, I'm really chuffed. I'm really chuffed. So I didn't lose the £65 that I paid for it. And I haven't lost £65 for a new one either. So still a little bit wonky, as you can see. But it's perfect, and it is. Whew, really warm in here. That's amazing. Let me just flip you around for a minute. So I'm going to start planting stuff again. I was going to go to the allotment and plant my onions out, but I don't know, there's predicted snow and frost in April, and I don't know how well these spring planted onions, you know, if they'll be established enough by then. So I've decided what I'm going to do is just plant them all in here, and then once it gets a bit warmer I'm going to plant them out. At least they've had a bit of a head start then, and they won't be too late. Just got to find some bigger pots for the shallots, because some of the shallots are quite big. But yeah, that's my next job. So polytunnel all done. See you soon. Take care. Bye.